Hey, what's up, you guys? I am here with Ryan, and today we're going to be answering some of your questions that you left on a community post over on our Culture35 main channel.
Go on.
So Ryan is falling, one of his organs just fell out, and that's okay. We're going to keep going. Brianna Cox wants to know, are there any characters from older videos that you may bring back one day?
I love to bring back s'mores. We had this whole, not even a whole plan, but we were in talks of making a s'mores season 2. But I think we just decided that if we brought him back, it wouldn't be as good as the first time. So probably not doing it. We did actually bring him back though. Now that I think about it, we did. It was very brief.
The answer to your question is yes. Characters will always come back and make appearances here and there. That doesn't necessarily mean they'll get their own videos again or have their own rebooted series or season 2s or whatever. If we feel like bringing it back, it's not gonna be able to meet people's expectations because it was so good the first time around, then typically that means we're not going to try and even touch it again. So,
Life of Oliver asks, can you give us a tutorial on how to get Grandpa's voice?
What do you see? It comes from underneath the voice box.
Right underneath.
Right underneath that.
Bottom of the box.
Bottom of the box. And if you can tap into that, you can do anything. You can fly. You can do anything. I don't know what to say. I wish that I could do some sort of tutorial. I kind of just do it. Chrissy D wants to know, would you ever make another short film like The Lover's Card? I loved that video. I want to say thank you because that video is so underground. Nobody knows about that video, but I really appreciate that you enjoyed that. And while I don't want to say no, because that's 100% a possibility, I might make other short films like that in the future. There are no plans for me to do anything like that because that was actually just a school project when I had to take things a little more seriously and I had to make like actual short films. I realized over time that like filmmaking isn't really where my passion is. I'm not as into the whole camera work and the lighting and all these things as I thought that I was. When I was younger, I actually just enjoy making people laugh. I feel like that's the most important part, you know? I feel like if we were relying on like lighting and having all this nice equipment and microphones and stuff every single video to make people laugh, I feel like we're not doing our job as YouTubers.
Yeah.
Because we're YouTubers, we're not filmmakers. Which I 100% wanted to be a filmmaker when I was younger, and I realized that that's not the case anymore. But, yeah, that doesn't mean that I'll never make another short film. Who knows what the future has in store. I appreciate so much that you even know what that is. This question comes from Lightning McMurphy, and it is, why does Austin have the best mustache?
Who's Lightning McMurphy?
I don't know. Next question.
It must be a Lightning McQueen fan account. Ryan McCauley asks, do you actually hate SpongeBob?
No.
So, let me just preface this by saying there is a long-standing running gag of all of us in the friend group just joking that Anthony hates SpongeBob.
And viewers of the podcast know this.
Yeah, viewers of the podcast know it because some viewers of the podcast actually believed it.
And unsubscribed. I was getting genuine people like, I'm unsubscribing, you don't like SpongeBob. And like, they were really doing it. And then I vowed to never speak of it again.
So we're here I asked that question specifically so that we can come here
Put
and
this to rest.
clear the air and let everyone know that Anthony actually does hate SpongeBob.
No! No, we're really clearing the air here. I really don't hate SpongeBob. I said one time in passing conversation that I didn't watch it or like it as much as everyone else in our group growing up, but I still really liked the show, and they all took that and ran with it, and they will never let that sentence go.
No, never.
Boat wants to know, when you first started out, were you embarrassed to tell people what you did? And I think that there's a little bit of that when you start out, but you kind of have to just accept it and get over it, because if you're embarrassed by what you're doing, you're probably not proud of the content you're making. And that's what needs to change. You know what I mean? If you're embarrassed to tell people or show people your content, you probably don't like what you're doing.
That's a very good point.
But yeah, I think that even when I did start to get a little more comfortable with my content, I think that I was just a very shy and like introverted person who didn't want people to know about this thing, even though I was proud of it to a point. and eventually you kind of just get over it. You know, you kind of just get used to it. And I think that if you're starting out and you're making your own channel, you just got to push through those beginning months. Eventually, you're going to get the hang of it, and it's just going to be like second nature, and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I make videos, you know?
Christmas Creeper asks, if you had to choose a character from your videos to try to take down, who would it be? So you had to fight one of these characters. Who would it be?
I just know for a fact I would not want to mess with Grandpa or Mulligan.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight Mulligan. Chest hair is he just makes me
I
uncomfortable.
would not want to fight Homeless Man.
A homeless man, Homeless man is probably a beast.
Yeah.
Like, Homeless man's one of those people that should be challenging other YouTubers to boxing matches. But I feel weird just saying like the easy targets like Jensen, because I'm capable. I feel like I could probably take down most of them, but
Ryan picks Krampus.
I do not pick Krampus. But you know what? I could take Krampus.
There you go.
There's your answer. I'm gonna fight Krampus. This is a question a lot of people always want to know. Fantasy, and I'm sure every other person asks, are you ever gonna bring back the Elf on the Shelf series?
To put it plain and simply, I don't know. I am not necessarily opposed to bringing it back, but I also don't want to bring it back just to bring it back. I will bring it back if we have an idea that I think is like really, really good. Something that's gonna hold up to the original series. It's another one of those things like bringing S'mores back that we were talking about earlier. I don't want to bring it back if it's just gonna be another video. It's gotta be like mind-blowingly good, and then we'll bring it back. Harry Tompkinson wants to know, have you ever thought about quitting YouTube? I actually have. There was a period of time where I was working another job. I was making local commercials for restaurants, and I was doing food photography, and I thought, you know what, this is probably gonna be my full-time job. I'm gonna just continue this, and I'll finish doing YouTube for the end of the year. At the end of the year, after December's over, I'll probably just throw in the towel. And that December, the channel happens to explode, and it brought our channel to new heights that I never imagined were even possible, and I expected it to slow down once January rolled around, and it just didn't. It just didn't slow down, and I started making more money from YouTube than I was from my other job, and I said, you know what? Forget my plans of quitting YouTube, we're just gonna go all in on YouTube. So, yeah, it was literally like a Hail Mary sort of thing. It was like, we'll post one last elf video, you know, get one last season out of it, and then I'll say my goodbyes, and
That was 6, right?
yeah, yep, that was Elf 6.
Trending, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we really just got lucky with that, and the universe basically was like, no, you can't quit!
Mimikyu Master Plus Show, love the name, big Pokemon fan. I'm pointing to the wrong side, this side. Okay, what's your favorite video that you've made in 2021?
You know which other, it's like kind of probably one of the lower ones on other people's radars, but I love Grim Reaper at my house.
Oh, yeah.
Mulligan being bounty hunted by us.
Yeah.
That video is so funny to me.
That was really good.
Bigfoot too, where like Seth captures me in the back of his van, in the back of his truck.
That was 2021 also?
Yeah.
The Bigfoot video was so good.
There's a lot.
We killed it in 2021, honestly.
I really was very proud of a lot of videos released. I think that just by pure nature, I'm just gonna have to say Luca because of what it did for the channel and what that series means to so many people, and I don't think that you can really replicate something like that. You know, it's like that series means so much to others.
Yeah.
Therefore, it means a lot to me.
Yeah. I don't know. Now that you just read through the list of what was actually in 2021, I think 2021 was just a golden year for us on YouTube. There was just so many gems.
Yeah.
That hopefully by the end of the year, we can look back on 2022 the same.
Fly Pig Films wants to know, what do you like to watch?
I love anime. I watch anime all the time. I'm actually pretty behind on a lot of animes, and I need to catch up on them.
My range of what I watch is so wide. One day I'm watching like horror films, the next day I'm watching musicals, the next day I'm watching like Euphoria, the next day I'm watching iCarly.
I feel like I'm not like inclined to go and sit down and watch. Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, Walking Dead. I love Walking Dead.
Is it still going?
It's still going. It's in the final
What?
season. It's in the last season, but
I feel like it's been in the last season for 3 years.
yeah, well, right now it's season 11's the final season, but there was 3 parts and we're in part 2. And then there's also a spin-off show, and the spin-off show is getting a spin-off show, and they announced like 2 or 3 other spin-offs of them. It's a lot, but
That's
yeah.
too much for me.
Yeah, no, I love The Walking Dead.
I can only watch shows that have like one show.
Teddy Entertainment asks, what do you plan on doing in the future? Love your videos, by the way.
I think that the possibilities are kind of whatever we want to do. We do have some plans. I don't want to get anyone too excited, but we do have plans to possibly start a new channel. I want to start posting more bonus content here on the second channel instead of just having it be bloopers every single week. Okay, this is kind of a question for me.
I love questions for you.
That a lot of people ask, and I feel like I should just say this. Master Penguin and a couple of other people in here want to know, do you plan to or have a girlfriend? Me and my character are 2 very different people. Like, my character is like desperate and like hasn't been on a date, hasn't had his first kiss, all of these things, and like that's not who I am. None of these things are true about me. And yeah, I mean, that's all that really needs to be said there. I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think so. I think we answered every single question that was on that Q&A.
If you have any other questions that you want to maybe ask us and see us answer in a future Q&A, leave them down below. Leave them in the comments, and yeah, maybe we'll do something like this again. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, leave a comment letting us know what you thought, and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss when we post new videos. Follow us on Instagram at Culture35 and on TikTok at RealCulture35 for some extra bonus content, and that's about it. Thank you guys again so much for watching. We'll see you guys again next week on both this channel and the main channel with a brand new video. Bye, guys.
Bye.